Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. So, welcome to my talk today about Virgo season. This is April, and my channel is under PiscesMoon Goddess, and my website is under IndigoMoonAstrology.com. Let me know if there's any issues with you guys hearing me, because when I was starting this, there was some weird audio feedback, and I had to restart it. And because it's Mercury Retrograde, and of course that's something else that I'm going to be discussing as well, as Mercury Retrograde. So yeah. Oh, hey Deja. Hey Voodoo Doll. What's going on, guys? All right. So anyway, what's up, guys? I'm going to be discussing tonight all things Virgo. Okay, so it's going to be Virgo season. We already have the sun in Virgo right now. We've got Mercury in Virgo. The sun is our expression of ourselves. It's expression of our creativity. It is our egos. It's one of the first parts of our personality that people meet. It's the one that we consciously exude out there, okay? And so wherever the sun travels in the zodiac, as far as currently and how we're affected as a collective, we do have a sprinkle of that energy that comes down upon us, right? We all feel Virgo energy some kind of way in one area of life or the other whenever there's energy in Virgo. So like I said, right now there's the sun in Virgo. Mercury is in Virgo, but Mercury is retrograde. He's such a little bugger when he's in retrograde, isn't he? So just looking for my phone really quick. I was going to invite one of my Virgo homies to watch and see, because he's a Virgo, so we can talk about him and his people. So anyhow, guys, yeah, so all things Virgo. What does Virgo rule? Virgo is the 6th sign of the zodiac. So when you hear us talk about Virgo, and when you hear us talk more advanced astrology about the 6th house, they mean the same thing, okay? So just a little note to self there. So Virgo rules health. It rules like health, meaning like paying attention to the body, the systems of the body. It rules pets, small animals, the care of them, the care of your immediate environment around you. Virgo rules work duties, the job that you do. So, excuse me. Because of that, I plan on sharing some stories about work and about jobs, because whew, you guys just don't know. I've had as many jobs as a Jamaican man, okay? Like on Hey Man on In Living Color. I've had so many jobs, man. And I have some funny stories to share. So let me know if you guys have any to share in the chat. Let me know. So we'll talk a little bit about some Virgo celebrities as examples to give of the Virgo type of personality traits and all of that good stuff. So let's talk about, first of all, yeah, what does Virgo represent? Let me send this text to my friend real quick, my Virgo homie, and invite him in here. So Virgo, it represents, like I said, it's a sign of work. It's a sign of service. Virgo energy could be very selfless. And I know Virgo gets a rep for being like not very emotional, kind of hard, you know, and not really expressive of all this lovey-dovey stuff. And I get it. They're not really, but they still are very selfless. It's a very selfless energy. It's an energy of service. So it's all about like doing practical things for people, doing things to help people. Virgo energy does care about other people. It does care about helping. It's just not all sappy and mushy about it. Like its opposite sign, Pisces, for an example. But it's an energy of feeling a sense of duty and responsibility. So Virgo energy feels like it serves a purpose, like it has to be doing something constantly all the time, you know, and if they don't, they get anxious. And even when they have a lot to do, they get anxious. So Virgos can become really good workers because they just go and go and go and go and go and go. And they don't like to leave things unfinished, because if you look at the symbol for Virgo, it's the letter M, and it's got a tied end. And the reason for the tied end is because Virgos don't like to leave loose ends. Virgos don't like seeing things left open left unfinished, left lying around, and disorganization. Virgo energy doesn't like seeing things that don't have like a proper system applied to them as far as how things are processed and how things are done. It's like, oh my gosh, this is unruly, and I need to step in and do something about it. You know, that's how Virgo energy can feel a lot of times. And Virgo, the part of the body that Virgo rules, well, it rules the lower intestine, and it can rule like the nervous system in a way. So if you're a Virgo energy person, whether that is your Virgo sun sign, meaning you were born in August or September between the 22nd of each month, or if you are born under the rising sign of Virgo, it was rising at your time of birth. If you were born under the moon in Virgo, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, all in Virgo, or if you were born with planets in the 6th house of your birth chart based on your birth time, then you can probably relate to what I'm talking about here with Virgo energy. Me personally, my mom is a Virgo sun. My dad, I'm sure he has Virgo somewhere in his chart, but he doesn't know what time he was born. So I know he has Virgo energy because he was the clean freak, workaholic dad. And if we didn't have the house clean, oh my gosh, we were always punished for that. Like, he was militant with stuff being clean, man. So I know my dad has Virgo somewhere. And therefore, in my own birth chart, I have the sun in Taurus, but it's in the 6th house of my chart. I have Mars in the 6th. The sun is like right on the border of the 6th and 7th houses. So it counts as both. So I have some Virgo type of energy within me too. So I totally get it. You know, when we get nervous about things, don't we say like, oh, don't you kind of get like a little bit of a feeling in your stomach that's like, ooh, when you get really nervous, like a ball of nerves sometimes. And yeah, well, that's ruled by Virgo, okay? And also Virgo energy, like I said, it always feels like it has to be serving some sort of purpose. So, you know, myself and everybody else that I know that has Virgo type energy, if we're just like sitting there doing nothing in the house all day, like, we don't feel comfortable doing that. Especially if the house is dirty. Oh my gosh, no, we can't. We can't chill in that type of environment. It's like you look around, you always see there's, oh my God, there's something to do there, something to do there. And it can get very overwhelming. And Virgos can have meltdowns because of that a lot of times, you know? So Virgo energy, yes, Virgo energy is actually in the air right now because, like I said, the sun is there, Mercury's there retrograde. So let's talk about Mercury retrograde really quickly for a second. How are you guys doing during this transit? You know, Mercury goes retrograde at least 3 times a year, okay? And for those of you who don't really know what it means, it's the planet Mercury. It rules communication. It rules the movement of your hands. It rules your mind, what you do with your mind. And it rules like short distance travel, like by driving. It also rules driving itself and walking and stuff. So whenever Mercury is in retrograde, it's like the planet Mercury, it stops moving forward and it starts moving backwards. So those type of things that Mercury rules can start going backwards, literally, like a lot of typos and missing mail, missing letters, missing emails, all that stuff, a lot of miscommunication, things that are like malfunctioning that are Mercury ruled, like mechanical things that are like electronic devices that we use to communicate, all that stuff starts malfunctioning. People have to take their cars to the shop, you know, all that stuff. And it's worse when Mercury is in a sign retrograde that Mercury rules. Like, Mercury rules the sign of Virgo and it rules the sign of Gemini. So when it goes retrograde in any of those signs, oh my gosh, it is like 10 times worse. And anybody who's either a Gemini or Virgo born, you guys get it the worst too. Like, I always hear about you guys having a long list of like crap that happens to you when it's in retrograde. So, oh, hey, what's up, brother Jerry? Hey, how you doing? Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Okay, so yeah, so Mercury is retrograde in Virgo right now, and it's going to go back into the sign of Leo because it's traveling backwards. It's going to go back there in a few days, like early next week, like the first few days of September. But right now, while it's so close to the sun and retrograde, it's like the sun is like beaming this more like Mercury retrograde energy down upon us. It's like, oh my gosh, the struggle has been real the past few days. Let me know if it has for you guys too. But the typos and all this stuff, it's like, And I'm sure Virgos are perfectionists, man. So if any of you Virgos out there, like, you guys are probably suffering the worst during this retrograde too, because you're perfectionist with how you speak, how you type, how you talk, and all of that. So with all these typos happening, man, this is like, it's hell for Virgos. It's like, you want to wave your fist at Mercury, damn you, Mercury. So yeah, Mercury retrograde, that's what's going on right now. So, you know, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your devices, hide your vehicles, all of that good stuff. But the lessons with Mercury retrograde, it's not just retrograde to destroy our lives, okay? It's about going back. That's what the word retro means. So that means that maybe you need to slow down and take a closer look at things before you actually do them, before you actually speak upon them, and so on and so forth, because I always find that to be true. I'll be typing too fast, and then that's when all those typos happen, right? Or sending the message to the wrong person. Ooh, you guys, I have heard some stories during Mercury retrogrades of people sending the wrong message to the wrong person. And they were like naughty, you know what I'm saying? So watch yourselves out there, okay? All right, so yeah, so Mercury is retrograde right now. It's going to be out of its shadow period around the 20th of September, okay? So we still have a little ways to go. So just take the proper precautions with all of that Mercury retrograde stuff. We have coming up, moving through the sign of Virgo, you know, right now is the sun, but we're also going to, and it's there to the 22nd of September. We're going to have Mars move into Virgo in a few days from now on the 5th of September. So Mars's energy is still in Leo. I'm loving it personally. It's about taking charge, being creative, you know, in your actions and stuff. When it goes into Virgo, it's going to shift to the Virgo energy applied to action, how we all take action. And so that's more Virgo-like, which is really perfectionist. And we all got to watch, especially people who are ruled by Mars, Scorpios and Aries. Got to watch our nervousness, you know, because ooh, like Mars is our energy levels and stuff. So they can like go up to this nervous level if we're not careful, and we can get anxiety. And then, you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which rules words, how we speak. So if Mars is like fighting and it's action and stuff, a lot of us will start wanting to fight back more with our words. Fighting words, yeah, speaking a lot more of those in a way. And Virgo energy can be petty. I keep it 100% real. You know, I love things about every single sign. Virgo is one of my favorites. I get along with Virgo energy very well, but Virgo can be like uber petty. This is why, because Virgo energy is all about looking at the details. It's analyzation. What's the root word of that? A-N-A-L, anal. That's why people say Virgos are anal, analytical, same thing, okay? So Virgo energy, it can get on people's nerves when it's like paying so much attention to the details of things, to where you're like nitpicking and pointing things out constantly. And that's the only part of Virgo energy that really bothers me. Well, one of the only things personally is the nitpickiness. And, you know, I have 2 kids, as most of you know. One of them is a Virgo sun, one of them is a Virgo moon. And they are some of the most picky, oh my gosh, man. It's to get Virgo people to eat a meal and not pick little pieces out, or like say, oh, I don't like the texture of this, or it smells funny, or send it back because of this, that, or the other, or can you make me a special version of this meal because I don't like beans, or I don't like this or that. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys drive me nuts with that stuff. But I guess it's payback because I was like that as a kid, as a 6th houser. So whatevs. But yeah, that can drive me nuts, man, about Virgo energy. Picky about food. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Virgo energy, it does pay attention to the details. The details are everything. And, you know, Virgo doesn't mean to be naggy and nitpicky. I feel like they really don't. You know, as a person who personally embodies some of that energy, we don't mean to be that way. It's not like on purpose. We're just trying to be a-holes. Some of them are. I'll admit some of them are, okay, but not all of them. we are just simply trying to help. You know, Virgo energy is about helping. And Virgos are here to solve problems. They're here to see all the details of all the problems of the world and to solve them. Okay. So because of that, sometimes Virgo energy people can take it to the extreme to where it trickles into our relationships with people. And we want to fix them all the time. You know, we see something wrong with them and we're like, oh, I can help by fixing you. Let me let you know what flaws you have or what you're doing wrong. Maybe you'll be aware of it and maybe going forward you'll change it. And then I helped you with that. That's usually the motive, okay? But it doesn't always come out like that, or it's not always taken that way by other people. But because of the focusing on the details and the flaws of the world, yes, Virgo energy can be petty on a negative side. Oh my gosh. Look, one of the biggest rap feuds of the year, okay, hip hop feuds, was Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. And from what I'm hearing, they're still kind of taking shots at each other even now. So this has been going on this whole year, okay? And both of these ladies, I'm pretty sure, I think both of them are Virgo moons. Both of them have their moon in Virgo. So Virgos can fight with some words. It's like seeing like a little flaw about you, a little detail they notice about you, and they like make a list of that in their heads, right? They make a list and they keep it. And then so they have ammunition against you if they ever have to use some fighting words. They will pull them out and be like, bam, see? That's why your butt is sagging because you got surgery. That's why you da-da-da-da. That's why you this. That's why you that, okay? And my homie is here, my Virgo homie, he says you guys call that streamlining, okay? Streamlining, being petty, is that the same thing? All right, so yeah, pettiness. Paying attention to the details, to the very microscopic details of things is wonderful in a lot of different situations, but for a lot of people, they don't deal with that very well when it comes from Virgo energy. So like I said, I get along with Virgo energy. I have some of it myself, but especially in work situations, which Virgo rules, which we'll talk about in a little bit, I can't really deal with it. I'm already hypercritical of myself with the sixth house energy. I know my flaws. I know when I mess up, and I punish myself in my head, and I'm like, okay, you know, next time I got to do better. But to have somebody constantly picking at me like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you didn't do this, error, 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 every day, all in my ear, all in my email, with bold and underlined and bullet points and stuff, it can really drive a person with a lot of nervy sixth house energy like myself bonkers. And a lot of times Virgo energy is it's like submissive in a way, okay? Because it is an ancient terminology of astrology. It is the sign of the servant, okay? How may I serve? I serve is one of the Virgo sayings, or I think a mantra or whatever. I serve. I'm here to serve. So because of that, a lot of times Virgo energy gets way caught up in that, to where they take it to a level of feeling unworthy, like I'm an unworthy servant, and they'll just continue on doing what is their duty, even if they're worth a lot more. You know what I mean? So that trickles into work, into the work environment, to your jobs. A lot of times people with Virgo energy, when there's an issue and like at work, they're like, oh, I don't want to disrupt the flow of things. I don't want to disrupt the system, how it's going. You know, it's the order and the things are going in. I don't want to get it out of order by causing another problem, by speaking out about something, you know what I mean? So then they'll just be like, oh, I'll just keep marching along like a loyal servant. And sometimes that could become a problem for Virgo energy people. Yeah, but anyway, I was going through the energies real quick. I know, disorganization during Virgo season, what? So Mars is going to be in Virgo from the 5th of September until October 22nd, my bad. So Mars is our action, and we're going to have a lot more Virgo action. And you Virgo people born under the sign of Virgo, anywhere in your birth chart, okay, you're going to get a big surge of energy when Mars enters Virgo. And that can be also, unfortunately, a surge of like angry energy, to where you can be easily angered like that. Like, ooh, man, I don't want to anger any Virgos, because like I said, you guys keep that list in the back of your mind of stuff that you could talk stuff about somebody. So during a transit like Mars and Virgo, Mars is anger. Ooh, you guys are gonna bring out those lists, boy. So that's Mars and Virgo. Venus will enter Virgo on the 20th of September until the 14th of October. So Venus and Virgo, you know, Venus and Virgo, Venus's energy is usually pretty pleasant. So it's how we enjoy ourselves as human beings in the physical world. It's relationship energy, relating one-on-one to others. So we will have a little element of Virgo energy brought to those areas. And when it comes to relationships, Venus and Virgo energy is all about the practical. So it's practicality. It's like buying gifts for people who like stuff that they need, okay? Not just like, oh, you know, I thought I'd surprise you with this cute thing. It's like, no, I saw your vacuum cleaner is broken, so here, I bought you a new one. And I don't want you to make a big deal about me buying it for you, okay? It's just my duty, ma'am. I am here to serve. So Venus and Virgo, that's how we can kind of express that Venusian energy. And, you know, Virgo energy is about purity in a way. I know some people are like, well, I know some dirty Virgos. I know some messy Virgos. I know some Virgos that are hoes. Okay. The archetype of Virgo, isolated, it represents purity. That's why they focus in on so many details and problems and stuff to make things pure, okay? And also Virgo focuses in on health a lot, the systems of the body, because it wants to make it pure. You know, as far as like in my astrological studies and practice, I found that the main sign that becomes vegan or vegetarian is always Virgo energy, Virgo. Because Virgo looks at the details of food, and Venus rules our food too. So Virgo energy looks at all the ingredients on food, okay, and how they chemically affect the body and all that stuff, all the nutrients and how they process in our body and the vitamins and everything. So because they have an understanding of that, this is why they could be kind of picky with their food and why they could become vegans and vegetarians and stuff. And also Virgo energy really cares about animals. It is the sign that rules small animals and pets like dogs and cats. Let me tell you about Virgos and cats, okay? And I know not 100% of Virgos love cats, but most Virgos that I know are cat people. I don't know, it's like they love cats. Like my aunt is a Virgo. She always has cats. My mom is a Virgo. She's a cat person. My youngest son is a Virgo son. He loves cats. He's more of a cat guy than a dog guy. You know, he's really a masculine little dude, but he loves cats. That's that Virgo stuff, you know? So, yeah, Virgos and cats, man, there's a thing. There's a thing there, okay? So anyhow, oh, PiscesMoon says her moon is in the 6th house and you read labels. Girl, me too. I have Sun and Mars in the 6th house. Once again, I became a label reader when I became pregnant with my oldest son. And I started paying attention to what I put in my body because I had to, you know. And then when I started reading labels and researching like preservatives and ingredients and stuff, man, I started freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to eat anything. Ah, like the world is a scary place. So that can send Virgos into straight paranoia, man. But luckily, as times are changing, we are having more options for us as far as food. It's not just like major corporations that are running our food. For the most part, they are. But there's still alternatives, more alternatives that are coming out that are like vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly, organic, non-GMO, non-this, non-that. All that stuff the Virgos pay attention to, okay? Yes, we're having more options now than back in the day. And also restaurants are opening up now to where if you're a Virgo type and you really pay attention to what you put in your body, you can actually still go out to eat at a place that serves food, that you can be served, you know, and have the restaurant experience, but not have to be so nitpicky and be like, yes, I would like 1 piece of non-GMO lettuce and a piece of ice and a lemon wedge that's organic and not touching anything. Thank you. So now we don't have to do that, right, Virgos? We have options, so that's cool. But yeah, Venus and Virgo, it may bring more attention to what you put in your body, what you eat. You may want to start looking into healthier options. You know, this is us as a collective, all right? And being more practical when it comes to love, but also being more picky. Being picky when it comes to love, oh my gosh. And whenever I talk about Virgos, I always talk about the shallow house syndrome. Yes, and Elle says he had a salad for dinner last night. Good for you, Virgo, but was it organic salad with non-GMO ingredients and dressing? But yeah, so what was I saying? Shallow house syndrome. Virgo energy can have shallow house syndrome. If you've never seen the movie Shallow Hal and you're a Virgo or you know Virgos, go watch that movie. It's with Jack Black, and I don't remember who else. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but it's such a funny movie because Jack Black, he's playing this dude named Hal. He's not the most attractive of guys, okay? But he attracts like beautiful model-like ladies. And there's one scene that always sticks out in my mind where he's in this park with his homie, his friend. This lady rides her bike by and she's smiling. She's a gorgeous model lady. And he's like, oh, okay. Then he looks down, sizes her up, looks down at her feet, and one toe is bigger than the other. Something is weird with her big toe. Then he's like, oh, nope. His friend's like, why don't you go get that? Did you see her toe? Oh my gosh. My toe? Like her toe? Like what? Like that's why you're not going after that lady. So yeah, the shallow house syndrome, Virgos, oh my gosh. Virgo energy could be famous for that. And honestly, you know, when I've done a lot of readings for people, for clients, especially mostly female clients, and they have Virgo energy very strong in their charts, well, the women that come to me and they're usually like, I've been single forever and I don't know why, they usually have Virgo energy very heavy somewhere. They do, and I'm not lying or picking on you guys or anything. No, it's absolutely true. And here's the reason why, because Virgos can be very selective. Because you pay attention to the details, you let little things bother you guys, you know. So you can meet a guy and he's like, hey, how's it going? He's a perfect guy, but maybe he has like a little stain on one of his tooths or something, on his teeth or something. A Virgo chick might be like, nah, did you see that little stain on his tooth? Like, what am I gonna do with that? You know? But really, he could have been a good catch. So, or Virgo energy, a lot of times, because Virgos, like I said, they are here to fix problems, and they see things in a microscopic point of view, and they're always trying to fix issues and stuff. Because of that, Virgo energy, a lot of people can say that you guys are nitpicky and naggy. So, and you're just trying to help. I totally get it. You're just trying to help. But a lot of Virgo energy women, they will scare off men because that's all they do, is maybe they only want to talk about problems at work and that's the only conversation they have on dates, or they are always just like, oh, picking out problems, and then a guy might see that as like, oh, you're always complaining all the time. In my younger years of dating, with me having Virgo-esque energy, I had a guy tell me that before, and of course being very hypercritical of myself, it was like, bam, stab in the heart, like, ooh, but I really thought about it. And now, thank goodness, I understand astrology to know my chart is set up. See the way my chart is set up. You know, I have 6th house energy, so I exude some of that Virgo stuff, and it can be the dark side, negative side stuff sometimes, like complaining. Like, it can come off as complaining a lot, you know. So now I try to, you know, with that stuff. I don't want to scare anybody away. So but now we're also going to have a new moon in Virgo, and that's going to be on the 20th of September as well. And it's at 27 degrees of Virgo. So if you were born around the 20th of September, this is going to be a new moon that is all about you, okay? It's brand new beginnings within your life. We have that opportunity every month, a new moon in every sign, not every sign, a different sign every month. And we each have a new moon once a year for our sign. Unless there's like a special, like this year we had 2 new moons in Leo though, and one of them was an eclipse. So this is totally, I know this isn't about Leos, but this is totally a huge year for Leo people, for example. But there's only one new moon in Virgo, okay? So if you were born around the 20th of September, a few days before, a few days after, even the first few days of Libra, you might be experiencing like a really huge shift in your life, you know? So good luck to you with that. But new moons, yeah, they bring new beginnings. So if you know your birth chart or your natal chart, wherever Virgo falls in it, then that's where you have a brand new beginning. So I'm going to go through the signs really, the signs really quick as far as like horoscopes, to let you guys know how Virgo season is going to affect you, what's going to be the emphasis and the focus for you guys, mainly in the month of September, which we are only a few days away from. So let's prepare. And after that, we'll get into some celebrity talk. We'll get into some funny work stories and job stories and stuff. So yeah, so let's get through the horoscope. So first, for those who really, really want to know. So let's start with Aries. How is Virgo season going to be affecting Aries, sun, moon, or ascendant people? This is going to be in your 6th house. Okay, so it's like double the Virgo energy. So it's all about work. It's all about health. It's all about your daily routines, things that you do day to day to take care of yourself, to take care of your immediate environment, all of that. So there's going to be some changes there. Maybe if you Aries people are looking for a job, then this is definitely a time where you can have better luck there, okay? Because we've got the supportive energy of the sun, eventually Mars, Venus, and then there's a new moon. Mercury is going to be there moving forward, finally, you know. So yeah, it's going to be a really big season of jobs and work for Aries people. Aries people, I would say, really try not to tap into the negative energy of Virgo in the 6th house by becoming maybe like a hypochondriac, complaining a lot, too nervous and worried and like nitpicky and all that stuff. Because you guys get it double, okay? So Aries people, just keep that in mind. It's all about work and health. So best of luck to you guys, Aries. So for Tauruses, Virgo season for Taurus, sun, moon, or ascendant. I know Brother Jerry is a Taurus rising, so this applies to him too. So Virgo season is happening in your 5th house. Now, this is a more happy energy like area as far as being highlighted than some of the other signs, okay? So Tauruses are kind of lucky this month in September coming up with Virgo season, because this is the 5th house of the heart chakra, love, romance, fun, all of that, you know. So Tauruses, you're going to get a boost in that. And in creativity, it also rules creativity. So Brother Jerry says he's feeling sexy. Go ahead, Brother Jerry, do a hair flip for me, okay? Because yes, it's that season for Taurus is to really feel romantic. And Virgo season is still like, you know, it's just beginning right now. And I got asked out on a date earlier. And I'm like, it's from my husband, of course. But he's such a stern, stiff Capricorn. It's very hard to get that out of him. But I don't know. Virgo season is like, maybe I'm exuding some romantic energy out to him, sending some messages or something. And he texted me earlier, like, you want to go on a date to this place? I'm like, Mr. Capricorn, stern man, you're asking me on a date? Like, what? Oh, speaking of, he just came through the door. Ooh, hope he doesn't ruin our fun, guys, but just kidding. Anyhow, yes, so it's very romantic energy for Taurus people. It is all about creativity too. So if you're a Taurus and you want to get some type of creative project out there, then this is definitely going to be the month for you in September. And also spending time with your kids if you have children, okay? Having more childlike fun, laughing and joking. And I noticed that when 5th house energy is highlighted for some people, including myself, I do that little cutesy squeal laugh, like, ooh, you know, I get giddy. It's giddiness. So we can feel a little more giddy, Taurus people. And yeah, it can be very exciting, fun time. So creativity, children, and romance for Tauruses. Let's get it. So next up is Gemini. So Gemini, Virgo season for you guys, for Gemini sun, moon, or ascendant is going to be in your 4th house. This is your home. This is your family. So this is more of a focus in that area. And I know Geminis love to have fun and be bouncing around all over the place and all that stuff. But you guys are going to be a little more sensitive. And I know you guys sometimes feel like you're allergic to feelings. You like to think things out and talk about them rather than feel them. But you're going to be very touchy-feely, okay? Like your feelings can be hurt easily. You're going to be wanting to reach out and touch people. Not saying to be a perv, Gemini, but I mean, like, you know, people, like, not physical touch, okay? I mean, like, heart to heart, you know, emotionally relating to people, okay? Like hugs and everything. For Gemini people, you guys are going to want to spend maybe more time with your family, more time at home, being cozy instead of just like I said, all over the place, out and about and everything, and always on the phone and all this crazy Gemini stuff. it's more about home. It's more about the family, a big focus there. So maybe some family issues may come up. Hopefully not for you guys, but could be, you know, with Mars traveling there. Mars is like an energy that's not always happy. It's very like charged, physically charged, and it's testosterone is Mars. So maybe some of that is thrown around in your home, and it's just like, yo, all these power struggles and challenges and stuff. But you know, Virgo season is a time where maybe some Geminis may be moving, or you guys just really have to focus in on like your home, like if you feel comfortable there or not. And if not, what can you do about it? You know, so yeah, it's all about the home. It's all about family. Maybe moving with that new moon going to be in Virgo. Some of you guys may move to a new spot or just renovate your home that you live in already, Gemini. And yeah, you guys are going to be having a lot of the feels, Gemini. I'm sorry to tell you. Don't act like you're allergic, okay? All right, so next up is Cancer. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant Cancer, how's Virgo season going to affect you guys? Well, this is going to be activating your third house, Cancer. So the third house, this is the communication house. And most Cancer energy people I know, they're not the most communicative, you know, especially if they have Mercury in Cancer too. It's kind of like they're more into nonverbal communication and like mind reading and picking up on cues of like how people feel and all this stuff. And they want other people to do that too. But, you know, hey, this is going to be communication like highlighted and lit up, okay, in your world. So you guys are going to be a lot more talkative, verbalizing what you want and what you don't want, and wanting to be really chatty with people, maybe hanging out with friends a little bit more. It's all about like getting out, being a little more social, getting out of that shell, Cancer. Hello, okay, you guys need to do that sometimes. So yeah, stepping out, or maybe just talking a lot more on the phone, on social media, driving around a little bit more in your little city that you live in, or town or neighborhood or whatever. Just, it's all about that. But also this is the house of, the third house is like writing things and stuff, and working on getting something published. It's not the actual like publishing of it, but it's like working on that. So if any of you guys are writers, or you want to be bloggers or vloggers or any of that, YouTubers, Instagrammers, any of that stuff, you want to get it going, September is the month to start with those ideas. Getting them, but write them down, because your mind will be moving like, woo, like crazy for Cancer people, like the Tasmanian devil. And you may forget a lot of this stuff. As fast as the ideas come in, they'll go shh. So write all this stuff down. Have a pen and paper ready the whole month of September, Cancer, for those ideas. All right. So next up is Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. How is Virgo season affecting you guys? Good news for you guys, Leos. I know the eclipses were crazy for some of you. Ooh, I know, huh? Right? So, but now Virgo season is a shift in your focus to money, to finances, to earning money, to working. So a lot of Leos, maybe you guys could be getting new jobs. You know, maybe you guys can be finding another way to make money, a side gig, a side business. You guys are creative people, so maybe turning something creative into a way to make money, okay? So your creative talents, use them to get that cash, that coin, or whatever you want to say, that bread, okay? But yeah, it's all about making money. Maybe some of you guys may be getting raises at work, getting new jobs, getting second jobs. Excuse me. And hold on, let me see. Just got a job, Voodoo Doll. Are you a Leo? Wow. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, getting jobs and stuff, just really all about making money, saving money, conserving your resources, hopefully not burning through them fast, especially with Mars going to enter Virgo. Mars will just burn right through your finances, boo-boo. Okay. So Leos, make sure you are keeping good tabs on your finances and you're not overdoing it. Unless you live that type of lavish lifestyle, which I know a lot of Leos do. I mean, you know. But for those of you who don't try to act like you do with all this Virgo energy, okay? Virgo energy is cheap. It's about saving, conserving. So that's what the second house is, your resources, your money. Find ways to invest for the long term, okay? That as well. But yes, it's all about money for Leo people. So best of luck to you. Voodoo Doll is a Leo first house stellium. Yes, okay, so this is definitely going to be money season for you, Miss Voodoo Doll, okay? So next up is Virgo. Virgo, how is Virgo season going to affect Virgo? Virgo, sun, moon, or ascendant. So this is definitely going to be highlighting you, a spotlight on you. Bing! And don't let that make you nervous. I know how you guys can get when there's attention and focus on you. Then you can get more nervous and like, oh my God, do I look perfect? Do I have any hairs out of place? Like, is my breath, do I need a breath mint? You know, like, oh my gosh, people are paying attention to me. Like, oh, I don't know about this. So don't worry. Keep calm, woo-saw, okay? And just enjoy the attention that you may be getting, especially with the sun there, with Venus there. They can really put the spotlight on you in positive ways, though, Virgo people. But Mars moving into Virgo, like I said earlier, that is the transit of these is fighting words, okay? I think that's the little saying. Yeah, fighting words, okay? You guys maybe feeling more like that, like fighting back, like petty comebacks. You know what? That's one thing I love about Virgo so much is you guys are like so funny, witty, sarcastic, and like the kings and queens of petty comebacks. I love it. And jokes. Oh my gosh. Like there's so many comedians that have Virgo energy, like the classic, like popular comedians. Yes. You were born at 9 a.m.? You know what? Did you give me the right birth time? I'll have to check your chart, okay? For my buddy L. So yeah, Virgo energy. The spotlight is on you, okay? So take advantage of that. Whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you want people to see you as, because this is the energy of the first impression. Make sure you're using that energy wisely and well. But yeah, Mars and Virgo, oh my gosh, you guys can be easily agitated more than usual, want to fight, or you could just be peaceful, la la, you know what, I'm just working, I'm minding my business as a Virgo, you know what I'm saying? And then here comes people thinking that you're trying to challenge them, or they may try to challenge you out of nowhere. Usually that doesn't happen. It's like, what? Where is this coming from? So Virgo people, be aware of that when Mars is in your sign. And once again, that is from the 5th of September until October 22nd, okay? People will try to, Mars is a circle with an arrow and pointy, so people will try to be pointing towards you even if you're not meaning to be, or your words may come out in a way that people will take totally the wrong way, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are used to already, but it'll kind of escalate during that Mars transit, okay? So just a fair warning, but yeah, it'll give you a boost of energy, Virgo. It's a time to really start kicking things into high gear as far as exercising, getting out there, working out, working on your fitness, working on your body. You'll have a lot of energy. You know, just try not to be too nervy with it though. Not nervous, but, you know, maintain, okay? So next up is Libra. So for Libra, sun, moon, or ascendant signs, how is Virgo season affecting you guys? So for Libras, this is in your 12th house, and this isn't necessarily the most funnest energy for Libras. You guys really love for life to be pleasant and peaceful, and you don't like a lot of conflict and all that stuff. But you guys just really love for life to be like, la la, hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hey Biff, hey Skip, hey. But the energy of the 12th house, wherever there's going to be all this Virgo energy in your 12th house. This is a house of like kind of being solo, being alone. And I know Libras are usually like, oh, I hate being alone. You guys have to have somebody with you a lot, or talking to, or like you're the sign of partnership. So because of that, you guys are probably going to be not enjoying too much of like the energy being focused in this like quiet area of your life. And L, you're a Libra rising, so this Libra stuff applies to you as well as the Virgo, okay? So Libras, you guys are going to be wanting just more downtime, rest. Take advantage of that time to rest in September, okay? Because you're going to be preparing for Libra season, which is going to be more towards October when all the energy is going to shift there. So before that, you got to like stay within. You got to like start creating ideas and lists for things. And I know Libras are probably like, lists? Oh my God, like that's a Virgo thing. I don't want to do that. But no, creating lists of what you want to do, what you want to get started when it's your season again, when you're feeling reborn again during that time. Yes, so if your body calls you to rest, Libra, rest, okay? Especially with Mars in the 12th house. Mars and Virgo for you guys. That's going to make your energy levels go up and down, up and down. You can fizzle out easily. Take care of your health, Libra, because this energy can fizzle out your vitality, especially when the sun is in there in Virgo. And that can make your immune system a little bit weaker. So you guys really need to like rest, eat well, and stay away from people who have negative energy. And I know that sounds very hippie and like cliche, but no, seriously, stay away from energy vampires and people who have negative energy, because you're going to be so much more sensitive to other people's energy, Libra, during Virgo season, to where like you'll pick up on it so like easily. If somebody is feeling sad, if they're down, or if they're just negative and, you know, just like ugly, like with their energy, you're going to be even extra bothered by it, and you're going to absorb it and take it in. Then that'll become your attitude, and you won't be Mr. or Miss Happy-Go-Lucky Libra, like, hey, everybody, you know. So just be very, very aware of that during Virgo season, that it's more of a downtime for Libras, okay? Hey, what's up, Dewan? Thanks for coming through. All right, so next up is Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant. I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so how is Virgo season going to be affecting a Scorpio? So Virgo season is popping off and lighting up our 11th house, which is friends, groups of friends, people on the internet, okay? It's also networking for the sake of like business. You know, if you work in a job where you have to network, you have to use social media a lot, anything like that. This is going to be like prime time for Scorpios. And let me tell you guys something about Scorpios and what's going on with this right now. A lot of Scorpios, I haven't really seen it for me yet, but hopefully soon, okay? But a lot of Scorpios are really blowing up right now because we have the eclipses that happen at the very top of our chart. And that is the point of like your public image, your career, the highest ultimate achievements that you can achieve in life. So that, you know, could have brought some really huge opportunities or an acceleration of things, because the North Node, which is an acceleration upwards, is in our career house in Leo right now too. Is going to be there and for like another year, some change, okay? So because of that, you guys look around at any Scorpios that you know, like whether it's in the workplace or in like the media or whatever, they're probably getting some grand opportunities, you know, finally, oh my gosh, finally, right? Like I am a big fan of YouTube. I watch a lot of beauty gurus. I watch Patrick Starr. I love Patrick Starr. And Patrick Starr is a Scorpio, and I saw on his Snapchat that he got this interview on like a famous morning show. I forgot which one, but also he got to do Kim Kardashian's makeup, Katy Perry's makeup, like videos with them. So he is just doing big things, honey. Okay, so I am proud of Patrick Starr. He's a Scorpio, so big things, okay? And Jupiter's going to go into Scorpio in October, and then we're really going to be accelerated even more. Now, back to Virgo season for Scorpios. I know I'm like really hyped about this. But Virgo season is like about the networking, okay? And getting together with people who have the same interests as you, that you guys can kind of feed off of each other, you know, ideas, exchange them because you're like-minded. So finding your tribe, finding your peeps, finding your fellow alien Scorpio, that's what Virgo season is really about for you guys. Or if you're not a career-oriented Scorpio, it's just chilling with your friends. Chilling with your friends a lot more. Get out of Hermitsville, okay, for once. I know I need to take my own advice, right? I'm always here at home working. I'm like never out. But getting out, Scorpios, getting out, you know, enjoying some friends, enjoying acquaintances, and just being around people. And like lighten up and loosen up. You know, we Scorpios, sometimes we're just chilling in the cut. We're chilling in the back against the wall and observing people, you know, instead of mingling and socializing. So yeah, so just get out there, okay? Don't hang out just chilling with your shades on in the club, like in the VIP by yourself watching people, you know. So yeah, friendships, networking, groups, the internet. With Mars and Virgo, though, Mars can be angry, okay? So this can mean getting into angry spats with people on the internet, Scorpio, and we can really spit some venom if we really wanted to. We hide it away and we save it. And then when we need to, it's like, bam, you know. So hopefully none of us have to use that, but Mars can maybe cause that. So just be aware of that and try to, you know, fizzle out any type of conflicts with groups of people or on the internet for Scorpio people. So that's Virgo season for you guys. Now on to Sagittarius. Sag, sun, moon, or rising signs. How is Virgo season affecting you guys? What's your focus? Now Sages are blowing up too. Okay, hold on. I have to get a sip of water real quick because this is some good stuff. Hold on. Okay, so for Sag, you guys, this is your career. This is your public image. Virgo rules that for you guys. So you guys are also going to be seen and in the spotlight a little more. So make sure you're using that energy wisely too. You know, if you really want to blow up, you really want to be seen, you want to be heard, recognized, you want to be put on a platform or put yourself on a platform, Sag. This is definitely the season to do so. So also pay attention to the Sages around you, because during September, they may start blowing up, getting promotions or getting these really grand opportunities. I mean, Sagittarius energy is all about opportunity anyway, but they're really going to be like feeling accelerated when it comes to that and like grabbing them even more, or they'll just start coming to them, you know? So yeah, Sag, 10th house lit up. This is definitely career time for you guys, and also focusing more on your career. If you don't have a career that you love, if you're not happy in career, this is definitely going to be an opportunity to find it, to seek it out and look at it from a different perspective and look at it from a point of view of like, what can I do to be successful? What can I do to be more successful? You know, so Sages are going to be focused on that. But I will warn you about the 10th house though, when you have all this energy popping off in there, Sag, don't get too bossy, okay? Sag energy is usually very cool. You guys could be pretty hype and everything. Like Brother Jerry's saying, Sages are amplifiers. Yes, that proves my point. You guys are some really hype people. Very nice. You guys say you don't like negativity, you don't like negative Nancy's, blah, 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 blah. You're happy people. But Sag energy, when your 10th house is highlighted, when it's Virgo season, you may get a little more bossy and be like, respect my authority, okay? Be very having this authority figure attitude, which some of you guys may need if you're in that type of position in life or you need to step into that kind of a role. But if you don't, then just chill, okay? Don't try to boss people around. Nobody has time for that, okay? But so Sag is all about career during Virgo season. Go get it. So next up is Capricorn. So for Cappy, sun, moon, or rising, how is Virgo season going to affect you guys? This is in a very great area of life for Capricorns, because Virgo is a fellow earth sign to Capricorn. So all things Virgo, all the planets moving into Virgo are going to be beaming these positive aspects to you Capricorns, and it's going to be giving you guys a boost in your energy and your vitality and good feelings, you know, good feelings for you guys. And that's good, because I know Capricorns, you guys are very hardworking people. Capricorns could be very worrisome, worried about tomorrow, worried about the future. Like, are things planned ahead? And oh no, this isn't, you know, going the way that it should be going. And you guys stress about that a lot, you know. So Capricorn, this Virgo season is happening in your 9th house, which is happy-go-lucky energy. And it's the energy of travel and vacations. Oh my gosh, a Capricorn take a vacation, man. Yes, you guys may want to take a vacation. Take some time to play. If you've worked hard, take some time to play hard too, Capricorn. Okay, actually get out, go explore your city or your state or another state or another country. You know, this is the energy of long distance travel. So traveling, exploring things of different cultures, just having a more gracious and grateful attitude is also the 9th house. So I've already started hearing my Capricorn husband say, I'm so grateful for this. And I woke up today and I was saying, you know what? I'm just grateful for being able to breathe air and having hands that work and so on and so forth. So this is that energy to tap into for Capricorns. And yeah, maybe it can just be an uplifting of your spirits. The only thing I would warn, Caps, is try not to overdo it and party too hard, because the ninth house is the house of indulgence in food, drink, spending money, or whatever. Just doing the most, doing too much, okay? So have fun, be merry, and enjoy yourself. All right, so next up is Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, or ascendant. How is Virgo season affecting you guys? So this is happening in your 8th house. So Aquarians, you guys, this is going to be highlighting the area of life that rules intimacy. And I know Aquarians try to stay away from that stuff. Like, what is this? What are these feeling things that people talk about all the time? Because I have none. Just kidding, kind of. But no, you guys seriously can be just like, I don't know, like, it's very hard to explain Aquarian energy, isn't it? You guys are just kind of a little more out there and not like the average when it comes to humans and human behaviors and human needs and stuff. You know, you go in your own lane. But this energy is about merging with another, okay? Merging with or multiple people, because a lot of Aquarians, you guys are down with some unconventional stuff when it comes to relationships, okay? So I'm not judging, I'm just saying, stating the facts here. But this is about merging on a soul level, on an intimate level, whatever intimacy means for you, Aquarius. And so a lot of Aquarians may be seeking that out and be a little bit on the prowl, you know, if they're single, or even if you're in a relationship, you'll want more of that intimate attention from a partner. You'll actually want them to look you in the eyes when you guys talk, you know, deep in the eyes and gazing at each other, you know. You'll actually appreciate that instead of having that blank face, like that emoji that only has eyes. That's Aquarius a lot of times. Besides the alien one, that's you guys, you know. So you're actually going to really dive deep into your feelings. And same as your other fellow air sign Gemini, don't act like you're allergic to these feelings, okay? Don't fight the feeling. You heard the song before. Don't fight the feeling, okay, Aquarius? Just go with the flow of really bonding with people, having like some really cool conversations too. Like the 8th house is the occult and the taboo. Ooh, so some of you guys can dive into more of that stuff and have those conversations about like ancient aliens and conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. So it could be fun for you guys. But also this is a focus on joint finances, okay, for Aquarius people. So if you have a business partnership, you have people that work under you, that you make money from them being your employees, then this energy is going to bring out more of an emphasis and focus on that area. So hopefully it's some good stuff though. So it's finances and intimacy for Aquarians, okay? So don't act allergic, be a human. Come down here with us, okay? All right, so last but not least is Pisces. How is the season of Virgo going to be affecting Pisces, sun, moon, or ascendant people? Then we'll get into some fun stuff, okay? Some fun Virgo stuff. So Pisces, this is affecting your 7th house of relationships because Virgo is your opposite sign. So anything is opposite of you, you're like looking at it like it's your opposite, and like a mirroring back of you. It's like you're different, but you're very different. You're opposite, but you're still so much alike. Okay, so that's 7th house. So that is relating one-to-one with others, which is AKA relationships. So a lot of Pisces people, you guys may also be on the prowl out there, you know, like really craving that attention from another, like in a romantic way, and getting out and dating. This is dating season for Pisces, big time dating season for Pisces. So yeah, hopefully you guys get some of that, whatever it is that you want, okay? But yeah, for Pisces, if you're already in a relationship, maybe you'll be paying more attention to your spouse, be appreciating them more, they'll appreciate you more, you know, so it could be a good thing. But if you're single, yeah, you may be craving partnership. It may at least cross your mind a few times, you know, even if you're like, I don't need anybody and I'm good where I'm at. No, it's going to cross your mind, Pisces. It's inevitable, okay? Just don't fight the feeling, okay? But don't be desperate though, of course, you know, especially with like all this energy popping off there. Yeah, some people can act a little, you know, like too eager to jump and get into something with someone, into a relationship or something. But there's a new moon in Virgo, so that's going to be in your 7th house. So that can initiate a new beginning within an existing relationship, Pisces, or just a new relationship in general for you guys. So yeah, it's all about relationships. However, if you don't get into a relationship, I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing all Pisces are going to find their soulmates in September and have all this love. No, some of you will, some of you won't. Some of you will remain single, but maybe you're just going to be a little bit more social. You'll have friends trying to hook you up. You'll be doing that online dating thing, or at least fishing around on those apps and looking at people, you know, checking them out or something. If anything, it's going to be that, and then it's going to pass, you know. But it really is about relating one-on-one to others. And that can also mean business partnerships and negotiations, okay? Negotiations of contracts. So that means wait until after Mercury is out of its shadow period, though, which is after the 20th of September approximately, to actually like really commit to a collaboration or a negotiation or a contract, okay, Pisces? So that was all the signs for Virgo season as far as your horoscope, but don't go anywhere, okay, unless that's all you cared about. I still love you if you do. But I was also going to talk about, as far as Virgo season, you know, some celebrities that are Virgos. Like, let's talk about them. Who are your favorite Virgo celebrities that you guys know? Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, if you know any of those signs, or just the sun sign. I would have to say that Virgo energy, what I've noticed about Virgos, especially by observing celebrities, is Virgo energy is one of the main signs of humor. And people will be like, well, Virgos are so anal and this and that, and they're uptight. Virgos are funny people. You guys are hilarious, man. The reason why Virgo energy, you see it in a lot of comedians, for example, is because you guys notice everything. And like I said, you guys are the kings and queens of petty comebacks and jokes, like pointing things out about someone like, well, that's why you have that mole on your neck because blah, 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 blah. You'll make a joke about that, you know? I love that about Virgos. You guys come up with jokes like that. And yeah, it's usually pointing out a detail about somebody, you know? But a lot of comedians who are Virgos who are famous are Chris Tucker, Cat Williams, you know, they're Virgos. Man, I had a list and now it's like, but yeah, also Virgo energy with them being perfectionists. Virgo energy is very perfectionist. So a lot of celebrities or artists with Virgo energy, you know that they are crisp and clean with their moves, with their art. Good example, yes, people are saying in the chat, Michael Jackson. Today is Michael Jackson's birthday. Ooh, hold on. Let me show you guys really quick. Speaking of Michael Jackson, I don't know if Google Hangout thingy will let me, but let me just play you guys one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, just a snippet of it. And then you guys let me know, what's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Okay, let's see. Will this play? Yeah, so I just want to play a snippet of that. That is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. It's not one that's commonly played on the radio, but I'm weird like that. So yes, happy birthday to Michael. He was like, he had all this Pisces energy, Pisces rising and moon. But he also had that Virgo energy that was like very crisp and clean with the moves, man. And he was funny. You know, Michael Jackson, a lot of Virgos, especially the ones that have the sun conjunct Pluto, for those who are a little bit more, you know, the sun conjunct Pluto, the sun is your expression of yourself and Pluto is the hidden, right? So a lot of them maybe hid some of that Virgo comedian side that they had to them. Michael Jackson did that. Also, Eazy-E did that. I love Eazy-E. I'm like a huge Eazy fan, as you guys can probably see. They kind of hid their funny side, you know, but Michael loved comedy. When he and Chris Tucker became close, he said Michael was funny and he loved comedy. Elle pointed out Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is another Virgo comedian. Hilarious, man. They're so hilarious. Who else? Adam Sandler. Yes, Adam Sandler is so funny, right? He's a funny dude. Virgo. Beyonce. I don't know about her sense of humor, but yes, she's a hardworking Virgo. Wants to do things precisely. you know what? Let me tell you something about Beyonce. What I think about her. I think she has people around her or behind the scenes that are keen to astrology, or she's keen to it herself. And from what I've seen and observed too, I think she also studies other ancient spiritualities and deities and goddesses and all this stuff. And the timing of when she puts things out, I'm telling you guys, she's got an astrology behind the scenes, okay? And she is a Scorpio moon now. Scorpio moons can be into the occult and really feeling the energy that's, you know, the energetic currents that we're feeling, like based on planetary activity, and they just kind of instinctively know what to do, you know. So yes, that's why Beyonce is good with her timing of things. Pink is a Virgo. I love Pink too, and she's like kind of sarcastic and stuff too, you know. And man, do you guys remember when Pink was doing that Janet Jackson icon thing on MTV? It was like, man, that was like 2001. I still have it on video. That was like the illest MTV performance I've ever seen ever in my life. And Pink worked very hard to get all those moves like perfect from Jen. Oh my gosh, man. Yes, I love Pink. She's dope. Who else? Jennifer Hudson. Thank you, Jennifer Hudson. Salma Hayek. Oh, Salma Hayek is dope. I didn't know she's a Virgo. But she is such a beautiful lady. Chris Pine is a Virgo. Who else? L says that Rock With You is his favorite Michael song. Yes, that's another good Michael song. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you guys put like, oh, Jada Pinkett Smith is a Virgo. Wow. I didn't realize that. Thank you guys for letting me know. So yeah, awesome Virgo people. Some of them, I think you guys mentioned some people are vegan and all this stuff. Yes, Virgos are more famously known for being vegan, paying attention to what they put in their bodies, okay? And yeah, so Aaliyah is a Virgo moon, okay? And I spoke about her the other day on another video and also on my Instagram and Facebook. And she has a Virgo moon. And I posted a little video that I actually chopped up and put together myself, okay? With her talking about her workaholic nature. She's a perfectionist, but she loves her work. She loves what she does, you know? So, yeah, and I also have a video where I did her chart on my channel here, if you want to go check it out too. It's a little long, and it's one of my first videos that I was really nervous about, so forgive me for anything weird in there. But yes, Aaliyah is a Virgo moon. She was workaholic, perfectionist, and it showed, right? And you know what I'm noticing is, like, you guys see behind me, I have some of my biggest inspirations, celebrity inspirations, of people who are really great, and they're great performers, and they inspire me because of their perfectionism, but yet they still channel a lot of creative energy, and they don't let their perfectionism stop them from being very creative and expressing that out there in like a crisp, clean, professional manner. So I really look up to them. These people are bosses, okay? So if you can see behind me, hold on. I have Eazy-E right there. I love Eazy-E. He's one of my favorite people ever. And I know there's a lot of controversy behind him. Oh my God, he had AIDS, and oh, he was vulgar, and he this and he that, and la la la. His music, he had all these curse words, all this stuff. You know what? I see the souls of people, okay? So I'm aware of all that. And yes, I rap along to a lot of his songs, okay? But this man was so smart. He was innovative. He had the sun conjunct Pluto. He had the sun conjunct Uranus. So he was a visionary. He was like, he saw like talent in people. He saw like, he was very intuitive, a very intuitive dude. Why do you think he has those lokes on? Why do you guys think Easy has lokes on, okay? His sunglasses on all the time. Because the eyes are the window to the soul. And this man's soul went very deep. I don't care what anybody says about him. His soul went very deep, okay? Like, from me studying his chart, I have coined him as a Gemini rising, and his Virgo stellium is in the 4th and 5th houses of his chart. 4th house, the root of the chart. Soul. He was a soulful person, guys. Protective of his family, of his kids. He loved kids. You couldn't get into his house, like even growing up. All his friends said, you had to really know him to be able to be invited to his house, okay? That's like 4th house Cancer energy all day long. So he understood the eyes are the window to the soul. And his soul was very sensitive. That's why he covered up his eyes, you know? If you look at pictures of him without his lokes on, you could see sensitivity in his eyes. At least I do, because I read people. But yeah, so he that's the type of person he was. But he was a Virgo, very perfectionist with things. What was I gonna say? Yeah, very perfectionist Virgo, but he was a mogul, a CEO. He was a smart businessman for the most part. Okay, he was a little too trusting, but that's because of his Neptunian energy he had too. Very Neptunian guy, you know. So he was a little too trusting, but he came up with some dope ideas. I just can't go on enough about him. But yeah, that's why I have a couple of Easy shirts. This is one of them. And yeah, so Easy is one of my favorite Virgos ever. Excuse me. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, it's only entertainment. Thank you, Elle. I understand. It's only entertainment. And the people that know the real Eric, he was a very caring person. When it came to his circle of people, his kids, he took care of all of them the best he could. So yeah, it was only entertainment. So the soul of this man was like, he's got a good heart, a good soul. So anyhow, Virgo season. Virgo also rules jobs and work. Okay, so let me guys know in the chat. Let me know, what kind of crazy jobs have you guys had, or any work stories of crazy customers? I love hearing about that stuff since I'm a sixth houser. Oh, also, yeah, let's see. Voodoo Doll says she was just thinking about how she loves how I'm inspired by people. Wonder if it's something in my chart. Oh, thank you. Probably because I have a moon in Pisces in the 5th house. The 5th house rules like celebrities and stuff. And then Pisces is like art and artists, and like really looking up to people who are very artsy and stuff. So that's probably why I'm inspired with him. Oh, I was also going to talk about Prince real quick. Prince isn't a Virgo, but he has Venus in the 6th house in his chart. So it was like, it's kind of like having Venus in Virgo in a way. So he also changed his diet a lot. He you know, played around with like veganism and all that stuff too. Very picky dude. But he was also a perfectionist. Venus can rule art and expression of art and beauty. And in the 6th house is perfection, okay? So yes, he was a perfectionist too. And then, hold on. I don't know if some of you guys may have already seen this before, especially if you're on my Instagram. But I have this still of Aaliyah. She's a Virgo moon. And it's a little dusty, okay? Because it is from 2001. And there's a hair on it. Ooh. So anyhow, sorry, Aaliyah. But yes, this is from 2001. I had it in a plastic sleeve, and I don't know what happened to it. I need to find it. But yeah, she's a big inspiration of mine. She's a Virgo moon perfectionist. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really inspired by Virgos, you know, because you guys do things like so like clean cut and professional a lot of times. So dope. Okay, now let's talk about jobs really quick here before we sign off, okay? So, work. Virgo rules the sign of work. If you are a Virgo, or if you have a lot of energy in the 6th house, more than likely you're a workaholic. You like to get the job done. You don't like to leave things unfinished. You tie up loose ends, or maybe you work a job that's like accounting. Like I've been an accountant. I've worked in finance and all that stuff. Numbers and counting and calculations and all that stuff, making things precise. That's like Virgo-esque, you know. So let me know, you guys, if you have Virgo energy, if you've had any jobs like that, or service. Virgo rules service work. Like the jobs that like nobody really wants to do, Virgos are the ones that'll do them. Like Virgos are the ones that make sure that everything is working systematically in any type of field, okay? Like a behind the scenes person, or they could be a service person. They could be that server. They could be that bus boy. They could be that person that cleans the area of whatever the establishment is. Any type of service work where you have a routine that's constant and consistent. That's Virgo energy right there. That's Virgo-esque jobs. So I've been a server before. One of my best friends is a Virgo moon, and she has her sun in the 6th house. You guys may have seen her on a couple of my videos. I have a video up on this channel talking about dating Virgo men, and she shared some of her experiences. It was pretty fun. But anyhow, she's also a server off and on. We've both been servers and working in that industry. Excuse me. That's a job that a lot of people don't want, okay? The reason why you guys don't want it is because we can like Virgo energy people, we can be like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, okay, I'm just here to do my job. I'm just here to do my duty. And like, it comes along with the territory to be of service to people. But other people, if customers act out of line, they'll be like, what? Excuse me? No, you know what? I'm throwing my apron down and I don't deserve any of this. Okay, I am leaving. I'm getting a different job. But Virgo energy will keep going and going in that hamster wheel, boy. We sure will with some jobs. So I myself have stuck around in jobs longer than I should have many times, many times. One of my first jobs was working at Taco Bell. It was a Taco Bell and I think you said you remember this spot too. Back in the day where I lived, the Texaco gas stations had a little corner of it. They may have had like a Taco Bell or like another restaurant, like a mini version of it. So I worked at a Taco Bell inside of a Texaco. And I was really hardworking there, man. Woo, I worked hard at that job. And because I worked very hard, sometimes they put me on these like ugly like night shifts that went on until like 3 a.m. And there was a bar right behind us. And there was a dumpster right there that bums and like all these, we had bums that hung around that Texaco like in the front all the time. And oh my gosh, I'm like, now I'm thinking back, I'm like, I was 16, 17 years old working this spot until 3 a.m. by myself, closing shop. Like, what? That's a little dangerous. But anyhow, one funny story of me working there at that Taco Bell is there's this bum. There's this bum that would come in all the time, right? He would never order any food though, but I guess he had gotten some money. Somebody, you know, kicked him down some money. So anyway, he came up and he was like looking at the menu and, you know, and I was like, okay, sir, what can I get for you? What can I get for you, sir? And he's like, yeah, let me have a strawberry milkshake. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, give me a strawberry milkshake. I was like, yo, this is Taco Bell, sir. We don't serve milkshakes here. Oh, yeah, my bad. Give me 2 tacos. 2 tacos. I was like, okay, cool. 2 tacos. Okay, that'll be $3 and whatever it was. Oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, you gonna pay? Yeah, hold on, I got some money. The dude reached into his area in the front in these sweatpants, okay, that were filthy, pulled out a $5 bill, and that shit, it was like all folded and crusty and sweaty and dirty, and he handed it to me. And I had these 2 guys that I worked with, and they were just standing back there by the food line, watching the whole thing and trying so hard not to laugh at me. So here's this bum, this $5 bill like this, right? And I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. And I threw it in the register. And I was like, it'll be right up. And I ran in the back. Oh my God, my coworkers, they busted out laughing at me so hard. I was like, man, screw you guys. Why did you give him to me? Why didn't one of you guys take him? Like I had to, man, I went back there and washed my hands, all this sanitizer. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, hey, I'm not counting down the register tonight, man. That is nasty. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was so funny working there. Also, when I worked at that same Taco Bell, I had a stalker, a weird stalker. And it was this dude, excuse me, 35th and Greenway, yes. It wasn't that one, L, but I remember that one. But I had this stalker there one time at Taco Smell, right? Mind you, I was only 16 years old. It was this older dude, and he had an afro, and he looked like he was probably like my dad's age, right? So he would come in, and I would be at the register, and he would be like, how you doing, sweet thing? And I'm like, I'm fine. What can I get for you, sir? How can I take your order? And then he would just keep calling me sweet thing all the time, right? And then my coworkers, of course, they clowned me, and I would go back there making tacos, and they'd be like, here you go, sweet thing. And I'm like, man, forget you guys. Well, one time, the stalker called up there for me. He found the number, and this is before the internet, right? He found the number to that Taco Bell. He called up there, and I answered the phone. I was like, yeah, Taco Bell, may I help you? how you doing, sweet thing? And I was like, ah, and I threw the phone. I threw the phone and I hid in the back, and I told the dudes, I'm like, no, you guys work the line. You guys answer the phone because that's creepy. Well, one time I was walking home, right? I was walking home from work, and my next door neighbor was outside in his garage. And guess who was in his garage with him working on a car? The sweet thing stalker. Man, I ran in my house and I was like, Dad, look, I have to tell you something. I have a stalker at Taco Bell and he's right next door with your buddy in the garage. My dad was like, what? Let me go out there. Let me go see what's up. I don't think he ever did anything to the guy because the guy didn't really technically do anything to me. He was just creepy, man. Like, how you doing, sweet thing? Like, look, I'm young enough to be your daughter, okay? Leave me alone. So anyhow, yeah, those are just a couple of funny like work stories that I have, like my first jobs and stuff. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. So Dime Duchess says, I don't have Virgo energy, but my dad's a Virgo, and he taught me to be extremely analytical. I've had 1,000 jobs, majority have been customer service. Wow. And you've been a pharmacy tech for 8 years. Yeah, see, Virgo, another Virgo job is working in the health industry, working as either like a doctor, pharmacy tech, because you got to be very precise with medications and stuff, and the measurements and the calculations of all that stuff, right? And worrying about health is a Virgo thing. So yeah, a lot of Virgos, you find Virgos in like the health industry, the service part of the health industry. So yeah, that's totally Virgo. Yeah. Okay. None of your stories are appropriate. Just go ahead and share them. Come on, man. You know, this isn't like, I mean, this is like spirituality and all this stuff in a sense, but I'm here to provide practical, real world astrology to people, okay? I'm not here to be like, ooh, floating hippie guru, ooh, I'm perfect. So are you guys. No, just share the stories. I'm trying to show people how astrology applies to everyday life, okay? So inappropriate, appropriate, whatevs, okay? Some other jobs that I've had personally, I've like my first job was working at a daycare, like a summer job thing when I was 15. I worked at Sonic Drive-In was my very first like real job at 16, and then it was Taco Bell, and then it was telemarketing. Oh my gosh, telemarketing. I hated telemarketing. I hate sales. I'm allergic to that shit, right? So sales and telemarketing. Oh, let me tell you guys a story about working in telemarketing, okay? So yes, Voodoo Doll, I threw the phone, girl. I had that stalker sweet thing germs all in the phone. I was like, oh. Anyhow, working in telemarketing. Let me tell you guys a funny story real quick. So back in the day, I don't know if they still have that many of these now, but telemarketing was huge, right? Before like everybody had a cell phone and stuff. So I worked at this place. We sold the newspaper like for different areas of the country that we had never even been to, but we sold newspapers, right? The Star Ledger, I remember that being one of them. We called back east a lot. So sorry to some of you guys who live back east, but a lot of back east people are rough, okay? They were usually the ones, you guys are the ones that are, like, I called, I'm like, hi, I'm calling from the Star. They're like, I don't talk to telemarketers. And bam, slam the phone. I'm like, sorry. And you know, I'm a Scorpio rising, so I would get vengeful sometimes and call them back and say something and hang up on them. Bam. It was a headset. I pushed a button. So telemarketing, it was crazy. So there was this guy that worked for us, and I guess the telemarketing joint I worked at, they hired like felons, and it didn't matter if you had a record or whatever. So there's this dude that worked with us. He was like one of the top salesmen in my little group, right? And you see him on the phone, and he's like really animated, like, ma'am, you gotta buy this, da, 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 da. Like really like uber animated. And I was like, why does he, what makes him so good at sales? Is it that? Is it the animation? Because I'm animated too, you know? So maybe I need to start doing some of that. But anyhow, we started listening in on this guy. Number one, we started paying attention to what's at his desk. He would always have like a big gulp from like the gas station at his desk. And one time we saw him sneak some liquor in there. He poured liquor in there. So he was getting faded at work. So number one, he was drunk when he was on the phone, okay? Lit, right? Number two, we found out he was actually selling people other stuff other than the newspaper. He was selling, gosh, can I really say this on YouTube? Because YouTube be cutting people's coins now for things that you say on here. He was selling adult things, okay? We'll just say that, adult stuff, adult things, okay? Selling those over the phone when he's supposed to be selling the newspaper. And we started listening to him. He's like, yeah, man, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my gosh. That's why he's a top seller. People are thinking they're buying adult stuff and they're buying newspaper. Yeah, but he was crazy. Oh, and I had a stalker there too. Oh my God. It wasn't like a continuous stalker. It was a stalker phone call I had when I worked at that same telemarketing joint. I was trying to talk to this guy and give him the whole spiel, whatever, reading the transcript, whatever it was. Reading the script, and the guy's like, yeah, I hear you. No, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm doing some stuff while I'm listening to you. Yeah, okay. And then he started getting really inappropriate. He's like, yeah. And I'm not even going to repeat or like imitate the rest that he was doing. And then he started saying my name all inappropriate and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I threw my headphones off. And then this guy from New York that sat next to me, a tough New Yorker dude, right? I told him what was happening. He put my headphones on and he's listening to the guy. And then he picked up the line and he's like, hey man, are you finished? And the guy like hung up the phone. But I was just like, oh my God, why? Why did he do that with me on the phone? It's so gross. So yeah, man, Scorpio risings, we attract creepy people, even at jobs. Every job I've worked at, I had creepy stuff like that happen. So yeah, I've worked in telemarketing, I've worked in finance, I've worked in payday loan places when they existed. I worked in like a credit union. I've worked in radio, and I've worked waitressing and stuff like on the side and as like weekend jobs and stuff. Yeah, the YouTube, there's an apocalypse now. They're cutting coins. So yeah, I used to work at a credit union, and I really like that job because I have a Taurus stellium. I'm into finance. I'm a Scorpio rising. We're into other people's money, aka banking. One funny story about when I worked in the credit union, there was this lady, and this is like very petty Virgo, right? Very petty Virgo. But in order to work, I'm finding, guys, and in order to work like an accounting job or like finance, it's good to have some Virgo-esque energy, 6th house or Virgo, because you have to be very detailed with precisely counting money, like penny pinchers, right? And getting all the figures right and all that stuff. So that's why a lot of that petty energy is in that environment. But yeah, so when I worked at the credit union, there was this lady, this long-time customer, older lady, and everybody was calling her the cat lady. And I was like, okay, I give people the benefit of the doubt unless I like experience them, and then I'll see what that nickname is about or whatever. I'll get a feel for that person, right? So L, maybe he did, I don't know. But anyhow, they call this lady the cat lady. And I'm like, why do you guys call her the cat lady? All they said is, you'll see. And I'm like, okay, she's probably not that bad. You know, I'm a Pisces moon. Everybody is beautiful to me, whatever. So I had to work the drive-through. And this lady pulled up to give a transaction. And mind you, she had a nasty attitude. Oh my gosh, really bad attitude. Yo, her car, it was just her in the front seat, right? And on her passenger seat and in the back seat, filled with mail and boxes and clothes and like cluttered. Her car was mad cluttered. I was like, I can understand someone's house being like that, like on the show Hoarders, but their car, that's kind of weird, you know? Anyway, I didn't have to deal with her nasty attitude like too head on because it was a drive-through, and I'd be like, yeah, what you want? Okay. And then send the tube. Okay, fine, thanks, have a good day. One time I helped this lady in the front. Oh my gosh. Then I saw why they called her the cat lady, this poor lady. Okay. So she comes in, right? She got this purse. It's like this crochet material or something. And she's got some cat poop hanging off of her purse. And I was like, is that what I said? And the other ladies I worked with, when they saw her come in, they all cleared away. And I'm like, yo, what's going on here, guys? Like, why are you clearing away? And I had to be stuck helping her. And they were like in the corner, like, oh my gosh, she smells. And I was like, be nice, whatever. No, this lady came up. She had cat poop on her purse. And she had a foul attitude. And she was just like, oh, blah, blah, complaining that we were going to be closed on a holiday. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like, we're going to be closed on that day. Why are you closed that day? Why? It's not even a real holiday. Why? I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but if you have a problem with that, maybe you can call our corporate office. Here's the business card with the number on it, because I personally can't do anything about that. Now, how may I help you, ma'am? She proceeded to be very rude, and she goes in a very rude way, do you even speak English? And I'm like, excuse me, like, what? Like, do you speak English? Because we've been having a conversation for 5 minutes, and that's what I've been speaking. So why are you asking me that? I don't even know if you speak English. Maybe I shouldn't be talking to you. No, she was getting very verbally abusive. And I was just thinking, you know, this is my Virgo petty going on. I was making a list in my head of all the petty things I could say to her, man. Like, you got cat shit on your purse. Your hair hasn't been combed in 20 years. Why are you? I've seen your car, lady. No, I was about to get Virgo petty, but I was like, you know what? I need my money. I need my job. So let me take a step back. Woosah. And I was like, would you like to speak to a manager? Yeah, maybe I do, because I don't think you speak English. Hey, can you come help this lady over here? She wants to talk to a manager. Bing! I stepped back. And I was just like, yo, I went in the kitchen with my other coworkers that hid and made me help her. And I was like, how dare you guys do that to me? And they were like, now do you see why we ran? I'm like, yeah, but I'm your girl. Why would you leave me with her? She was so rude, man. And then when she walked away, when she finally left, all the girls came out, and one of them had body spray. I was like, I was like, dude. That is so wrong. Isn't that Virgo petty right there? Oh my gosh. But that lady, man. Now I was like, now I see why she's the cat lady. Okay, I see why. But dude, yeah. So anyhow, I'm starting to lose my voice, and we're going on 2 hours here, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out. You guys got anything in the chat? Any Q&A questions about like general astrology stuff, or anything to share about your jobs or anything like that? Or Virgo season, Virgos, anything. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick, okay? Sorry. So, oh, man. Yeah, she probably did have 20 cats at home, hanging off her purse, playing in her hair. I mean, yo. Yeah, I don't really like to talk about people, but the Virgo petty will come out if somebody comes at me like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, do you speak English? What have we been speaking the whole time? Anyhow, okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions, any stories, anything, then I guess we'll close out. And I really appreciate you guys being here for my Virgo season chat. Best of luck to everybody on anything that you're going to be doing during Virgo season. Oh, we do have a question. How does this affect someone with Mercury and Virgo? Okay, so Mercury and Virgo, if you have Mercury Virgo natally in your chart, that means how you communicate is Virgo, how you think is Virgo. Mercury retrograde is in your sign right now, and it can make communication a little backwards, a little wonky. Slow down. That's my best advice to you, is slow down with everything. Typing, texting, emailing, driving, everything, communicating. Slow down. Keep your notepad and your schedule handy, okay, which Mercury and Virgo usually is good with that, or your list apps on your phone, Virgo, Mercury and Virgo person. Keep up with them, because they will be your best friends. Set alerts on your phone for stuff so that you don't forget, because people will forget things, be much more forgetful when Mercury's retrograde, no matter what sign that they are, but especially a Mercury and Virgo will, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. And then when Mars hits Virgo too, if you have Mercury and Virgo, your speech and communication may be a little bit more harsh and brash, and you may be quicker to speak before you think, when usually Mercury and Virgo is all about like thinking and planning out what they're going to say and then saying it, you're going to be like this, like firing off the insults or the whatever it is that you want to say. So you may be doing things too fast, speaking too fast. So just calmate, okay? Never seen that at work. The train is a different story. Oh, the train. You know what? Well, Mercury does rule short distance travel. So yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, the train. See, my dude here, he lives in New York. Okay, so the train. Oh my gosh. You need to wear less makeup. You know what? I keep hearing that from people, and guess what? Pardon my Francois, but I frankly don't give a shit because I love beauty. I love makeup. I have a lot of Venus in my chart, and as well as Neptune, and we love makeup. I have a ton of makeup. I wear a ton of makeup. I always will as long as I want to. So people making these comments, you know what? They don't faze me because I'm nobody's personal Barbie doll here. This is my channel. If you don't like me wearing makeup, go watch somebody else that has no makeup at all. And by the way, when I don't wear makeup or when I'm light on the makeup, people will bitch and complain to me that I look tired. What's wrong with me? Do I have a disease and all this rude stuff? So no, I'm not naturally beautiful without makeup. I love wearing it for multiple reasons, and I always will no matter what you say. So, all right. So thank you guys so much once again, and I'll do another live soon. You know, give me some suggestions below if you want to. And take care of yourselves during Virgo season. It's all about health. It's all about doing practical things where you can implement more structure, more discipline, more routine and everything. So, you know, just think about that with Virgo energy. You know, how can you put it into your life in a positive way? So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.